This broadcast of the We Up Elite Summer League is produced by TecGym Sports. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. We'd like to thank our generous sponsors: We Up Elite, Spalding Sugar House, Ballard Hobart American Legion, Post 36, A Simple Love, VT, JB Property Management, Sonnet Building and Remodeling, Backtop Black Asphalt Services, plus Robert and Sandra TATRO, and also Andy and Pollyanna BLADYKA. We'd also like to thank our community partners: Fact TV, Okemo Valley TV, Claremont Community Television, and Brattleboro Community Television. Highlights of teams and players can be ordered at techgym.net/film/highlights. You can also use that page to request that we follow your team or player. We would also like to thank the community members who have volunteered and donated, making this service possible. If you would like to have continued coverage of local sports, please consider making a tax-deductible gift at techgym.net/support. As always, we'd like to thank all the players, coaches, officials, staff, and fans for supporting local sports. Enjoy the game. This broadcast of the We Up Elite Summer League is produced by TecGym Sports. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. We'd like to thank our generous sponsors: We Up Elite, Spalding Sugar House, Ballard Hobart American Legion, Post 36, A Simple Love, VT, JB Property Management, Sonnet Building and Remodeling, Backtop Black Asphalt Services, plus Robert and Sandra TATRO, and also Andy and Pollyanna BLADYKA. We'd also like to thank our community partners: Fact TV, Okemo Valley TV, Claremont Community Television, and Brattleboro Community Television. Highlights of teams and players can be ordered at techgym.net/film/highlights. You can also use that page to request that we follow your team or player. We would also like to thank the community members who have volunteered and donated, making this service possible. If you would like to have continued coverage of local sports, please consider making a tax-deductible gift at techgym.net/support. As always, we'd like to thank all the players, coaches, officials, staff, and fans for supporting local sports. Enjoy the game. This broadcast of the We Up Elite Summer League is produced by TecGym Sports. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. We'd like to thank our generous sponsors: We Up Elite, Spalding Sugar House, Ballard Hobart American Legion, Post 36, A Simple Love, VT, JB Property Management, Sonnet Building and Remodeling, Backtop Black Asphalt Services, plus Robert and Sandra TATRO, and also Andy and Pollyanna BLADYKA. We'd also like to thank our community partners: Fact TV, Okemo Valley TV, Claremont Community Television, and Brattleboro Community Television. Highlights of teams and players can be ordered at techgym.net/film/highlights. You can also use that page to request that we follow your team or player. We would also like to thank the community members who have volunteered and donated, making this service possible. If you would like to have continued coverage of local sports, please consider making a tax-deductible gift at techgym.net/support. As always, we'd like to thank all the players, coaches, officials, staff, and fans for supporting local sports. Enjoy the game.
All right, welcome everybody to the championship game of We Up Summer League, last game of the season. Happens to be the boys middle school division. These are the best of the best. The Brook Tigers and the Claremont Eagles. Here we go. For all the marbles, for the trophies, for the glory, and the bragging rights all year. There's Cooper Maddox with the first points of the game, getting to the rim as he often does. And here come the Eagles. Good pass underneath. Oh, this one just off. Good take though by Benji. There's number 2, Nolan Snyder, facing a double team of Claremont. They forced to travel. I tell you what, folks, we're in for a treat tonight. Both of these two teams play fantastic defense, can score in so many ways, can steal the ball, high game IQ. 3-point attempt there by Lunderville, didn't land. Rebounded by Jumbo Tresky. Well defended there by Gilson. Here's number 8 now, Castaneda. And Zay takes it all the way to the hoop. Oh, in and out. Good effort there by the 8th grader. There's Gilson fires. And Cooper Maddox gonna hit the deck on that one. Here's Jolson inside. Benji tries to find Jolson across the middle, but it's well defended. That's 53, Gus Sheets blocking the lane for Lunderville. Jolson goes up with it, but he had a couple of Tigers on him. And there's Jumbo Tresky with a nice hook shot on right in front of the rim. He scored both of the points for these Tigers so far, all 4 of them. This is going to be white ball on the baseline. Here's Gilson now on the take. Oh, a couple of players down. We might need an injury timeout here. We'll be right back. stays up. So that's number 8. Drew Howe. Hopefully he's all right. Drew, a big part of this Eagles team. They're going to need him. All right. Here's Tatum now. He's got the handles. Pass inside. Gilson's able to get it. There's too much defense, though. He's got to kick it out. And here comes Parkinson, the 7th grader. Good effort getting inside there. Kicks out to Gilson. On the move. Nice pass. To find Castaneda. Here's Gilson now. Here's Gilson. He can shoot if he has time. Sets a nice screen. There's Castaneda on the take. And this one's good. And Zay Castaneda gets Claremont on the board. It'll be interesting to see. Claremont's played 1 game tonight. Floodbrook's on their 3rd. It'll be interesting to see if fatigue becomes a factor at all in this one. Luke Boning was working outside. What's the call? Was that 3 seconds or something? Was that 3 seconds? Yeah. So somebody in the lane a little too long there. And here comes Claremont. Gilson on the take, kicks out. Castaneda gets it to Lunderville. Tatum now on the move. Using the jab step, trying to create some space. And Gus Sheets forces a jump ball. Good steal there by Sheets. Gives to Boning. Boning didn't get it, but Jumbo Tresky came in for the rebound and got it home. Great second effort there by the 8th grader. From Long Trail. Jumbo, the only Long Trail player on this team. All right, here's Elijah Gilson on the move. What's the call? See what the call was there? What's the call? Couldn't tell. It was a block, thank you. Sure you don't want to hop on there? So here's Jumbo now on the move. Making his way to the hoop. Nice spin move. Bounces off. And Gilson's there with the rebound, as he often does. Now Gilson with a step back. Fires a Benji. Gilson driving through. Good work there. And Elijah Gilson. Strong finish there on the big man. Here's Boney now. He's got handles. Here's Jumbo underneath. Nice hook shot. And this one lands. Jumbo Tresky. Hard to stop underneath the hoop. All right, 4-point game. Ludlow's got the ball. No, Floodbrook's got the ball here in Ludlow. Here's Jumbo again, feeds inside, tries to find Sheets. And here's Lunderville. Good move there to create space. Parkinson gets it back to Lunderville. Tatum on the take. This one just over the rim. Good defense by Claremont to force that errant pass. Good work by Perkinsville. Parkinson to get it out to Tatum. Lunderville for the three. 1 point game now. Good pass there by Sheets. Let's see which way this one's going to go. All right, so here's Jumbo Tresky to start things off. And there's, was that Luke Kiefer? No, that was 31. Lukey Boning knocked down that three-pointer. You know, I had them memorized when they were wearing the white jerseys. Now they're wearing black, they look different. It's gonna take me a minute to get everybody's name down again. Another rebound by Boning, and here he goes. Deep pass. They got Jumbo. He knows how to finish. So that's going to be a Claremont timeout. As they try to slow the momentum, these Floodbrook Tigers, well, I'm told they're undefeated so far all summer. A solid team. Claremont Eagles also a very solid team. Let's see what they can draw up here. We'll be right back after this break. Here's Lunderville now. On the move, he's got handles. And Elijah Gilson heads up for the reverse and draws a foul. So he'll head to the line. Gilson shooting about 50% so far today from the free throw line. Let's see how he fares on this one. That one's off. But the pattern we've seen all night from him is miss the first, hit the second. Or hit them both. There we go. Elijah Gilson. All right. Here's 31. Lukey Boning. He'll get a chance to start things off. Boning on the take, nice floater there. And the 7th grader, no, the 8th grader from Floodbrook gets that one home. Oh! Jumbo with the big stuff. Hustles down the court and drops that one in. Good work there by the 8th grader from Long Trail. Benji kicks that one out. Here's Jumbo again. Makes it look easy. All right, so we might have things be heating up here a little bit. They're going to sub Jumbo out, give him a chance to cool off. As he was playing extremely tight on number 4, probably trying to get in his head a little bit. But Elijah Gilson, strong player. And that's Drew Howe back in the game. Glad to see him return. The injury wasn't too bad. And that's Cooper Maddox. Good layup there. Jilson on the move. And as he tries to get by Maddox, they're going to call the foul. It looked pretty clean from this angle, but the ref saw a side of it that none of us could see. He saw what was going on with the hands on the other side of the body. Here's Maddox with a good rebound. Gets ahead to Boning. He's got handles. He can score in so many ways. Gives off to number 50. That's Drew Lawrence on the move. Oh no, that's Maddox, sorry. Lawrence got it to Maddox. They're both wearing number 50. So Cooper Maddox, the 8th grader from Manchester, will head to the line. First shot is good. This one knocked out. Gilson was able to hit Sheets with the ball on the way out. There's Howe back to Gilson. And Elijah Gilson, dangerous with the ball in his hands. That one, well defended by Cooper Maddox. He knocked that out of bounds. They're calling that one a foul? Okay. Good defensive effort there by the 8th grader. So Elijah Gilson heads to the line. And Gilson knocks that one down. And I'm surprised to see, looking at the scoreboard, there's a 13-point lead by Floodbrook. I mean, that shouldn't be surprising, but this game has seemed, if you weren't looking at the scoreboard, you'd think it was neck and neck. The way these two teams are going at it, battling. Sheets gets ahead. Finds Lawrence. Lawrence gets his own rebound. Tries to work his way back to the hoop. It's picked up by Gilson on the move. Oh, good work by Gilson to send 2 Tigers by him. But 23, Luke Kiefer didn't fall for it. Kiefer, the 3rd man on defense on that fast break, is there able to take it away. And the officials are going to talk about it for a minute. And that's going to be a Floodbrook ball. So the Floodbrook Tigers, undefeated all season, come into the championship and take an early lead. They're playing well, as they always do. Good look there. Didn't land, but Cooper Maddox there for the rebound. And nothing any of those Eagles could do about it. Here's Sheets with the rebound. Gives up looking for Maddox. Intercepted by Gilson. Howe gets it back to him. There's Gilson for three. Just off. And Maddox now on the move. Three defenders hustled back with him, though. They're not going to make it easy for him. I apologize for the color distortion here. It looks like with a lighting change, I'm going to have to do a color reset. We'll get that at the next break. Maybe we can do it now real quick. Good finish there by Cooper Maddox. Kick back to Gilson. The bump, couldn't even see the basket around Jumbo, let alone shoot at it. Good defense there by Cooper Maddox. And the height of these Tigers, so hard. So hard to counter. There's Lunderville on the take. Here's Maddox on the move. Gets it home. Cooper Maddox got a little bit of a cramp there as he went up for that one. He's staying in the game though. Still working on that color correction as the light changes. So Benji Whitney at the line. All right, rebounded by Jumbo. All right, we got a Claremont timeout. Okay, so most of the way through this first half, Floodbrook up by 20 over the Claremont Eagles. Let's see if Coach Desatel can work some magic here in the huddle. Okay, we're back. Here's Howe on the shot. This one a little short. And here comes Sheets now. Oh, pass intended for Nolan Snyder. This one ends up just out of bounds. So here's Colin Parkinson. Finds Lunderville. Good pass there over Sheets. Benji kicks back to Parkinson. And here's Jolson on the take. Can't get anywhere. Excellent defense there by the combo of Sheets and Tresky. There's Jumbo going up for another one. I think he drew the foul on that. They're going to say that they're going to call that a charge. Charge or a travel? I couldn't tell. All right, maybe got some subs coming in. All right, Tatum Lunderville on the take, gets that one home. And they're going to need a lot more of that if the Eagles are going to fly today. Here's Sheets. And number 31, Lukey Boning knocks down that three-pointer, makes it look easy. Chilson tried for that one, didn't get it. Whitney with the rebound. That one didn't land either, but he was able to kick it back out. And here's Parkinson, the 7th grader, gives to Lunderville, telling him to clear out. He wants a lane. He'll find one of his own. That one doesn't land, but he's got another shot at it. Here comes Jolson now on the move through traffic. Had to beat 3 defenders to get there. And we got an injury. So that was Gus Sheets going out with what I think is a cramp. I saw him cramping up earlier as he took a shot. These Tigers have played 3 games tonight. Hard to stay hydrated through that much in a hot gym. Excellent take there by Elijah Jilson to get that one home. And the good defense of Claremont there. Going to force the backcourt. So Castaneda going to get to move up the sideline a little bit. Finds Jilson underneath. Nice pass. Oh, and that foul happened before Jilson was able to get that layup in. Jilson would rather have the 2 points than the foul. Here's Perkinsville. No, Parkinson. Parkinson now on the take. Gives to Whitney. Here's Castaneda through traffic. Good defense there by number 25. Grayson Burry. Take that one away. There's Lunderville. Oh, almost gets it. And here's Boning now on the move. He's dangerous with the ball in his hands. 3 seconds left to halftime. Fires that one away. All right, so we'll go into halftime now. Floodbrook Tigers, tired as they might be on their third game of the evening. They're up by 19. And the Claremont Eagles gonna have to dig deep and come out firing on all cylinders if they want a chance in this one. No one all season has been able to beat the Floodbrook Tigers middle school boys. So here they are in the championship. More action to come after this. Thanks for watching We Up Summer League on TecGym Sports.
This broadcast of the We Up Elite Summer League is produced by TecGym Sports. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. We'd like to thank our generous sponsors: We Up Elite, Spalding Sugar House, Ballard Hobart American Legion, Post 36, A Simple Love, VT, JB Property Management, Sonnet Building and Remodeling, Backtop Black Asphalt Services, plus Robert and Sandra TATRO, and also Andy and Pollyanna BLADYKA. We'd also like to thank our community partners: Fact TV, Okemo Valley TV, Claremont Community Television, and Brattleboro Community Television. Highlights of teams and players can be ordered at techgym.net/film/highlights. You can also use that page to request that we follow your team or player. We would also like to thank the community members who have volunteered and donated, making this service possible. If you would like to have continued coverage of local sports, please consider making a tax-deductible gift at techgym.net/support. As always, we'd like to thank all the players, coaches, officials, staff, and fans for supporting local sports. Enjoy the game. This broadcast of the We Up Elite Summer League is produced by TecGym Sports. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. We'd like to thank our generous sponsors: We Up Elite, Spalding Sugar House, Ballard Hobart American Legion, Post 36, A Simple Love, VT, JB Property Management, Sonnet Building and Remodeling, Backtop Black Asphalt Services, plus Robert and Sandra TATRO, and also...
All right, we're back from halftime. As the Claremont Eagles trying to find some answer for these undefeated Floodbrook Tigers. And there's Jumbo Tresky doing what he does, stealing the ball, running the court, hitting the layup. And there's Elijah Jilson on the move, almost had that layup. Good take there by number 31, Lukey Boning. Here's Jilson again. He's gonna try getting by Jumbo, but the big man knocks it down. Now Jumbo, I believe, already has some trophies from the JV division.
He's got a little hardware.
What's he got, Dad? Hang on. So Jumbo Tresky already has some hardware so far this season from the boys middle school, no, the boys JV division, right? His dad's gonna hop on and tell us what else he's got.
Jumbo had the chance to play up this year. It was a lot of fun seeing him hang with the big kids. Big kids were kind enough to include him and make it happen. He got himself a defensive award for that, a trophy for that, and then last year at the middle school, he was the MVP of the season and won the championship. So it's been a lot of fun to watch this young man play basketball.
All right. Thanks, Dad. Coach Dad. What's your first name again? Scott? That was Scott Tresky. Coach, which team do you coach? I know I've seen you over there.
I coach EBA JV basketball.
That's right. Coach of Burton Burton. All right, we got a little conversation here. And these two, Jumbo and Jilson, been going at it all day. Ooh. And that was Drew Howe on that last take. It's gonna be called back, not sure what it was. Jilson gets inside. Benji almost had that one. Pass underneath to Benji, kicks it out. Here's Lunderville. Cross over to Jilson, good take there. But once again, Jumbo stuffs it. And there's a reason. Jilson able to finish over the big man though. But there's a reason Jumbo Tresky got all defensive team in the JV division. This kid's got a nose for the ball. Jilson fires. Couple of rebounds. And Tatum Lunderville able to get that one home. Claremont's going to need every point they can get. They basically want to score on every possession here. Nice shot there by 25, Grayson Burry. And not only are they going to have to score every possession, but Claremont's going to have to win the defensive battle, and they're going to have to slow the attack of these Tigers. Now actually, they've been doing that at 40 points into the second half. The Tigers score is a little bit lower than it normally is. So Claremont has been finding some luck on defense. And with that one, they're starting to get a little offensive momentum going here. Here comes Jilson now on the move. Nice rebound a moment ago by Benji Whitney. Here's Moaning. So I think that's going to be a push somewhere. And we're going to see Drew Howe start things off from the baseline. And Claremont's been able to cut this lead down to 17. They got a long way to go with 14 minutes left. Here's Tresky now, hands off. In and out there. Jumbo once again finish underneath. He's going to hustle to try to keep up with Jilson. And Nolan Snyder going to get hit with that foul. At least I think that's who they charged it to. We got a little stack going here. Here's Lunderville. Kicks out to Howe. Howe trying to work his way inside, and they're going to get him with a travel as they pulled the chair out. Good work there by James Carson on defense. So here come the Tigers. Give inside to Jumbo. Good defense there by Claremont, able to steal it away. Castaneda sends it back to Jilson. Fires, but it doesn't land. And I didn't see who got that shot, but Claremont scores. Okay, Castaneda to start off from the baseline. Gives to Jilson. Not much room to work there, but he gets around the corner. Got Jumbo in his way, though, and Jumbo knocks it away. Steals it. Oh. And the big man had to carry to get over the shoulders of his defender. It was very close, though. He almost just bounced it high. Good take there. Lunderville scores. Good look there. Luke Boning, an absolute force on the court tonight. Good take there by number 8, Zay Castaneda. Claremont not out of this one yet. Lunderville getting everything he's got, trying to make a difference here. Jumbo draws the foul as he goes up on that one. And Jumbo Tresky finally happy to see a call go his way. And Tresky knocks that one down. All right, some line adjustments here. Tresky knocks that one down. That's 2 in a row for the big man. Good take there by Elijah Jilson. Finishing through contact. Here's Boning with a spin move. Gets that one home. Good take there by the 8th grader from Floodbrook. Jilson's got this one on the move. Gives ahead. Finds Lunderville for an excellent layup. But not much time to catch that ball and get it back up. Tresky gonna make a lot of contact there with Jilson, but they're gonna say Jilson didn't have his feet set, so that's a block. 15-point game now. Claremont still in this one. Floodbrook still pretty comfortable though. Here comes Lunderville. Finds Jilson, driving underneath. And he held on to that one as long as he possibly could. And Jumbo, patient there, and knocked it away. Such a good defender is Jumbo Tresky. Good work there by Boning. Good work underneath by 23, Luke Kiefer, to rebound that one and get it back out to his team for transition. And here's Boning again. He's got one man to beat. You can't underestimate Tatum Lunderville, though. Not only is he dangerous with the ball in his hands, he can play defense. He's got the handles as well, and the body control. Here's Jilson now, working on, oh, good step under. It didn't land, but that was a good move on the big man. And Zay Castaneda draws a foul on the rebound, so he'll have a chance now to shoot two. And it'll be interesting to see if Elijah Jilson just figured something out about his matchup. With number 51, Jumbo Tresky. He's not having any luck trying to go high, even if he pump fakes. Tresky's a smart defender, but the going high and then the low gather and the step through, it might be the answer. We'll see if Tresky's able to guard against that as well. Double team there. That took Jumbo out of the play, but it left open Cooper Maddox. We haven't said his name in a minute, but he's been prolific on the scoreboard all season, as well as the previous 2.5 games tonight. So we got a timeout with the Tigers up 18 over the Eagles. Let's see what we have left for the last 8.5 minutes of this championship game here at We Up Summer League in Ludlow, Vermont. It's a full house, as it has been all week for these playoffs and championship games. Fans making a lot of noise. Come to watch their boys. The off-season, in-season. We'll be right back.
This broadcast of the We Up Elite Summer League is produced by TecGym Sports. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. We'd like to thank our generous sponsors: We Up Elite, Spalding Sugar House, Ballard Hobart American Legion, Post 36, A Simple Love, VT, JB Property Management, Sonnet Building and Remodeling, Bactaw Black Asphalt Services, plus Robert and Sandra TATRO, and also Andy and Pollyanna BLADYKA. We'd also like to thank our community partners: Fact TV, Okemo Valley TV, Claremont Community Television, and Brattleboro Community Television. Highlights of teams and players can be ordered at techgym.net/film/highlights. You can also use that page to request that we follow your team or player. We would also like to thank the community members who have volunteered and donated, making this service possible. If you would like to have continued coverage of local sports.
Here's Jilson on the move. Finds Castaneda underneath. And no, that's Benji Whitney. Gets that one home. Good take there by the 8th grader. And strong defensive work there by the Eagles. They're within 16 now. Here come some substitutions. Here's Jilson. Nope. Here's Howe on the move. This one's stolen away. Knocked away. Which way is that going to go? That's Drew Howe fighting for that one. Sends it all the way across to Benji. Finds Jilson. Fakes the three, tries to get it under. Oh, he almost dropped that one in. Gets his own rebound though. So there's Jilson for two more. And the Eagles now within 14 of the Tigers. If the Eagles want to come back in this one, they're going to need to do 2 points better every minute than the Tigers. Good take there by Boning. Nice get ahead to Benji. That one's not going to land, but he'll head to the line for a shot at two. So Benji gets his first shot. Down to a 15-point difference. That's two in a row for Whitney. Good shooting there by this 8th grader. Nice screen there. Here's Jilson with the rebound on the move. Gives to Whitney. Goes up through two defenders. Almost gets a shot. Here's Maddox on the take. Ooh! And Maddox went up for the high gather and put an elbow right in the face of Elijah Jilson. But somebody else ends up on the ground. That's Maddox on the ground. Oh no, and he's hurt. Maybe he's just cramping. He's got a cramp in his leg. Yeah, and you got to remember these Floydbrook Tigers are on their 3rd game tonight. 3rd game in 4 hours. Yeah, he's definitely feeling it. Anybody got one of those electric? Okay, so here's Luke Boning at the line. $14-point lead right now have the Tigers. 6 minutes left. And Boning will get that one. Castaneda finds Howe in the corner. Kicks back. Here's Castaneda. Nice fake. Good take there. Just a little off the glass. And here comes Jumbo. Don't give him a lane. He might dunk. Nice high gather. And a sideways finish there for Tresky. And there's Lunderville. Matching up. Claremont's going to need some strong defense here. They can't afford to go shot for shot with the Tigers. They need to do better than that. They need turnovers and finishes. Otherwise, they won't be able to catch up. Tigers don't even have to steal the ball. They can just go shot for shot with Claremont and skate their way to the victory. But they do steal. And once again, there's Jumbo Tresky. Steal, run the court, layup. That's the MO for this young man. And these Tigers fans are loving it. And there he goes again. Jumbo Tresky. He's going to see a bit more hardware tonight. Win or lose in this game, I guarantee you, he's walking away with at least 2 trophies. Just from this division. Plus he's already got one from the JV boys division. So here's Whitney from the foul line. He had 2 in a row there a few moments ago. Claremont now is going to need every point they can get, and they're going to need to take them away from Floodbrook. They've got to stop Floodbrook scoring, and they've got to start tacking on the points. That's easier said than done, though. No team in this league has been able to do it all season. These Floodbrook Tigers, so deep, so talented. Both teams, though, they want it. The will to win, the will to work for it, the will to fight. And there's Whitney with a good finish. All right. Coach Shea Desatel going to try to keep her team believing in their chances here. And Coach Brian Burry and Alden Maddox don't really have to change much, just keep doing what they're doing. And they've got this one just about in the bag. Here we go. 3.5 minutes. And that's 51. James Carson getting, I think, what might be his first points of the game. Good take there by Benji Whitney. This one stolen away by the Eagles. Can they convert? No. There's Carson to steal it back. And here comes Jumbo. The fans wanted a dunk. They were hollering for him to throw it down. I don't know if that's something he does. Not yet. At least not in game. There's Elijah Gilson to get one. And the steal here. Good work now by Claremont. And the Eagles starting to find new life as they have a little momentum here. Still a 15-point game, but they're playing with some intensity. There are no pushovers, these Eagles. The defense yields results there. The trap worked, forced an errant pass. What's the call here? Somebody went out of bounds. Oh, when he was backstepping to change direction. They're saying he went out of bounds. Here we go. Well, a lot of time just running off the clock right now. They'd be wise to not argue with the official and just get back into the game. Here's another steal. And Lunderville makes it count. And they're working on Jumbo, double, triple team him, and he'll draw the foul. So Jumbo Tresky, or one of his teammates, will get a chance to start over from the sideline. Here's Lukey Boning. Gets it back to Boning. Forget. And Lunderville able to stay ahead of and get the steal. Good work there. Oh, they needed that one. Good effort. This one's going to go out of bounds. And the Claremont Eagles giving it everything they got here in the final minute of the championship game. Here comes Jilson on the take, trying to get around Jumbo, and he gets it with the reverse. Sorry about the graphic there, I meant to clip it. Hit the graphic button. All right, 9-point game. 40 seconds left. Jilson, a three-pointer would help. No, that wasn't Jilson, that was Howe. Out of bounds. It's gonna be a white ball. 9 points in 26 seconds. That would be a feat, especially against a team with as strong a defense as these Tigers have. See if they can do it. They don't have any time to waste. There's one. Nope, not gonna do it. They need a steal here. Almost had it. This ought to do it. Doesn't land. The rebound by Jilson. You know, even if they don't get there, you got to hand it to these Claremont Eagles. Fighting with everything they got. They came to play, and they worked hard right up until the end. Nothing but respect for these kids. That's a travel. Good idea trying to get around. Good idea there by number 21 to try to get around him, but needed an extra step to do it. And that'll do it. Congratulations to the Floodbrook Tigers on their undefeated Summer League season all the way through the championship. Strong fight by these Claremont Eagles. If you're a family member or a fan of either team, you got to feel good about what your boys did out here tonight. Going hard through the end. A well-fought game. We'll be right back with awards from Coach Cosby. Thanks for watching We Up Summer League on TecGym Sports. We'll be right back. And here's Coach Cosby handing out the medals to the champion, Brook Tigers. Now we have the All-League Awards. Zay Castaneda. With the first bit of hardware. Benji Whitney, I believe that was the most improved player. Gus Sheets for the all-defensive team. He's still limping off that pulled muscle. Parker Nissenbaum has already gone home for the night. We'll set that one aside for you, buddy. Oh, his brother Brendan will take it for him. Elijah Gilson, well deserving of that award. First all-team award, Jumbo Tresky. No surprise there. All league. I believe that was number 31, Luke Boning. No surprise there, Tatum Lunderville. Brandon Nissenbaum, he stuck around and he gets an all-league award. Well deserving, the sharpshooter ball handler. Gus Sheets. No surprise there, Jumbo Tresky with the all MVP. The all-league and the MVP. And a handshake. Well, congratulations to these champions and all the award winners. We're going to get some pictures of some Claremont players. And we'll probably get some pictures of some Floodbrook players as well. And then maybe in a few minutes we'll be back with some post-game interviews. Stay tuned.
This broadcast of the We Up Elite Summer League is produced by TecGym Sports. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. We'd like to thank our generous sponsors: We Up Elite, Spalding Sugar House, Ballard Hobart American Legion, Post 36, A Simple Love, VT, JB Property Management, Sonnet Building and Remodeling, Bactaw Black Asphalt Services, plus Robert and Sandra TATRO, and also Andy and Pollyanna BLADYKA. We'd also like to thank our community partners: Fact TV, Okemo Valley TV, Claremont Community Television, and Brattleboro Community Television. Highlights of teams and players can be ordered at techgym.net/film/highlights. You can also use that page to request that we follow your team or player. We would also like to thank the community members who have volunteered and donated, making this service possible. If you would like to have continued coverage of local sports, please consider making a tax-deductible gift at techgym.net/support. As always, we'd like to thank all the players, coaches, officials, staff, and fans for supporting local sports. Enjoy the game. This broadcast of the We Up Elite Summer League is produced by TecGym Sports. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. We'd like to thank our generous sponsors: We Up Elite, Spalding Sugar House, Ballard Hobart American Legion, Post 36, A Simple Love, VT, JB Property Management, Sonnet Building and Remodeling, Bactaw Black Asphalt Services, plus Robert and Sandra TATRO, and also Andy and Pollyanna BLADYKA. We'd also like to thank our community partners: Fact TV, Okemo Valley TV, Claremont Community Television, and Brattleboro Community Television. Highlights of teams and players can be ordered at techgym.net.
All right, so we have multiple award winner Jumbo Tresky. Congratulations on the championship, man. That's your second one this week.
Yeah, that's my second one.
So what do you think? You guys went undefeated, right?
It was just teamwork, all teamwork.
What do you have to say about your team?
Amazing teammates. Love Luke Boning. Love that kid from the bottom of my heart, and just a great team all around.
So what you got for hardware there?
I got MVP, defensive team, all defensive team, and then all league team.
And then from the JV club, you also got all defense, right?
Yeah, I did.
Congratulations, man. I'm impressed by how humble you are. You're like chill. You're not going wild and crazy here now, huh?
No, got to keep it calm.
Keep it calm, keep it humble, and kind of you knew this was going to happen, right?
Yeah, always.
You guys had a ton of confidence out there. At no point got rattled. At one point, I mean, you got to hand it to the Claremont Eagles. They gave it everything they had.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, good team, really good team.
And they were pressured as best they could. You beat double, triple teamed, but you still kept your composure all the way through.
Yeah, you have to keep your composure. Has to happen for it to win.
Where are you playing ball next year?
I'm still in a Long Trail. I'm still in middle school, so I got my final year in Long Trail.
We're not moving you up to JV right away?
Maybe.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations on a great season. You played well.
Thank you. All right.
What do you want to say hi to?
Hi, Grandma and Grandpa, Bubby and Moosey. Love you guys.
All right, man. Take care. That's Jumbo Tresky. We'll see if we can get anybody else. So I'm here with Benji Whitney.
Hi.
Congratulations, man. Good fight out there. You guys gave it your all.
Yeah, we did. The most important thing is we played our best, and it just size. So.
Strong effort out there. You guys had a great season. What do you have to say to your team now as they go home, maybe certainly feeling the loss, right?
Yeah, but they played hard, and they played all of it, so I'm really proud of that.
Awesome, man. Congratulations to the Tigers, right? They played hard. What were you guys thinking? At one point, you had it pretty close, right? Especially in those last few minutes. You guys really had the comeback going. What was going through your head in that moment?
My head is to pass the ball and just pass as much and to be aggressive.
You certainly were aggressive out there. And what award did you get? You got some hardware today, right?
Improved.
Most improved? Awesome. Congratulations. So what are you doing now? Are you headed into, what are you doing for the fall?
To football.
What position are you in football?
I'm running back.
Of course you are. Is this how many years you've been playing?
6.
And that's in Claremont, right? All right, go Eagles.
Bye, guys.
All right, last one. We got Lukey Boney. Congratulations on the win, man. You guys went undefeated this season. Here come a couple basketballs. You guys went undefeated this season, right? What were you thinking going into this championship game?
Just do what we've been doing the whole season.
Did you guys know from the start you were going to get this one?
Yeah.
You were pretty confident going into it.
I mean, at the end, it was like a little close, but we still pulled away.
You did. They made their best effort to come back, right? What do you have to say to the Claremont Eagles and their effort tonight?
I mean, they had a great effort. They almost beat us at the end, and just good job to them.
And what do you say to your teammates going an undefeated season, winning the championship?
Great job, boys.
So you got some hardware there. What do you got?
All summer league team.
Okay, and the championship medal. Congratulations. What's up for you next? What are you doing this fall?
I have soccer and then Floodbrook season.
Right on, right on. Well, congratulations. Good luck to you.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right, that's about a wrap. Thanks everybody for watching. We Up Summer League. That's the end of it. We got a couple weeks off and then we're into soccer. So thanks for watching on TecGym Sports, soccer and football.
This broadcast of the We Up Elite Summer League is produced by TecGym Sports. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. We'd like to thank our generous sponsors: We Up Elite, Spalding Sugar House, Ballard Hobart American Legion, Post 36, A Simple Love, VT, JB Property Management, Sonnet Building and Remodeling, Backtop Black Asphalt Services, plus Robert and Sandra TATRO, and also Andy and Pollyanna BLADYKA. We'd also like to thank our community partners: Fact TV, Okemo Valley TV, Claremont Community Television, and Brattleboro Community Television. Highlights of teams and players can be ordered at techgym.net/film/highlights. You can also use that page to request that we follow your team or player. We would also like to thank the community members who have volunteered and donated, making this service possible. If you would like to have continued coverage of local sports, please consider making a tax-deductible gift at techgym.net/support. As always, we'd like to thank all the players, coaches, officials, staff, and fans for supporting local sports. Enjoy the game.